Hi there, it is gradient time. Welcome guys in Efficient Graphic Design channel, and what we want to do is this image here. We have added this kind of style gradient. Same thing with this image. Oops. Magic. And to show you how to do that, let's jump in Photoshop. But before we begin, if you don't have the Adobe Photoshop installed in your machine, I place the link in the description below where you can download the last version of Photoshop for free. And if you have any problem installing the software, just leave me a comment and I will help you. To get started, let's open up these two images. We're going to do two things. We are going to add gradient to text and we are going to edit the image in the background. We will begin with the text first. It is the easiest to do. I will choose a font family and of course a size. Changing the color of the font is so easy, but our objective today is add a gradient overlay to the text. So we will type an example text like, for example, drawn time. We will change its position a little, and with the text layer selected, we go to Effects and we choose Gradient Overlay Effect. The first thing we must do is choosing the type of gradient we want. There are a lot of types by default. But the type we choose is the default one, which comes with two colors, black and white by default. We can change, for example, the scale, the angle. We have a lot of options here to change if we want. But the first thing we're gonna do is choosing the colors we want to make the gradient with. We can use a website to get very interesting gradient colors. It is gradients.com. You can choose any gradient you like and use the colors code and the angle in your Photoshop file. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna copy this color here from this gradient type, and in our documents we go to the gradient type, and in the color we passed it in the first color. We click in OK, and we come back to the website. We choose the second color, we copy the code, we return in our document in the second color, we pass the code. Oops, we have the gradient we want. Now we can change a lot of options here. First, we push the window a little high to see the results when editing the settings. We can change the opacity. We can change the style of the gradient. We see that the angle is 19. We put 19 in the angle to get the perfect gradient. We can change the opacity, of course. We can change the mode of the gradient, the scale of the gradient, until we have the results we are satisfied with. We can do a lot of settings there and editing there. We can change the way the gradient is applied, angle one, liner one, radial one. There are a lot of options there. We can reverse the colors. We can let them in the normal way. There are a lot of modes there to choose: the normal one, the darker one, the dissolve one. You can choose from them until you have the results you are satisfied with. We click on OK, and we will do the same thing with the image in the background. So we select the image layer, and we go, of course, to Effect, Gradient Overlay Effect. And we will choose the normal mode, changing the opacity a little. reverse the colors or list them in the normal way, changing the scale. We make changes until we have the perfect result we want. The changements are in real time, which is very cool. So we click OK, we are satisfied with the results. Last thing we will do is we will edit the gradient overlay we applied on the text before. I think it must be edited. We double click in the overlay gradients, and like you can see, we can edit it very easily. We will choose the normal one, change a little the opacity, and when we are done we click OK. Now we are going to do the same thing with this second image. And to choose another gradient colors from the website, for example, we will choose, for example, this one. Okay, we will choose this one. We copy the color code. Click there. We paste the color, the first color. We come back to the website. Copy the second color code. In our document, we click in the second color. We paste it. And okay, we have the gradient colors we want. For example, we will add a third color. We choose the white one. So like you can see now, we have 3 colors in our gradients. We push the window a little to see the results when editing in real time. We change the scale. We change the opacity. We can reverse the colors. We can change the scale until we get the results we are satisfied with. You can choose from radial style, liner style, angle style, retroactive style, and we can also change the mood. And after we are satisfied with the results, we click OK. We can make the effect on and off at any time we want. We can also edit the gradients at any time we want. Alright guys, I wish you enjoyed this tutorial. Don't forget to subscribe to get the tutorials coming up. And if you have any issues, leave me a comment and I will reply. Thanks for watching and see you in the next tutorials.